Miley Cyrus opens up about career rebirth and new album, Something Beautiful. Embracing change and growth. Miley Cyrus, a name synonymous with reinvention and fearless artistic expression, has recently shared intimate insights into the evolution of her career as she launches her 9th studio album, Something Beautiful. The album marks a new milestone for the singer and actress, known globally for her early breakthrough as Hannah Montana and later as a bold, boundary-pushing pop icon. In a revealing interview with the New York Times published on May 31st, Miley reflected on her complex relationship with mainstream success and the music industry's demands. "I think it's winding down my attachment to mainstream success," she confessed, signaling a profound shift in her priorities and creative focus. This candid admission suggests that while she once pursued conventional markers of fame and commercial triumph, Miley is now seeking something deeper and more fulfilling. Despite this change in outlook, Miley made it clear that Something Beautiful is not a swan song or a signal of retreat. "I kind of feel like this album, it's definitely not a last lap. I'm definitely not going 180 in my career necessarily right now," she explained. However, she tempered this with a hint of transformation, adding, "I think it's potentially the last time I'll do it exactly this way." It appears Miley is consciously closing one chapter to open another, an evolution rather than an end. Miley described Something Beautiful as a big bet, emphasizing her total commitment to this project. "I'm all in," she said, conveying the risks and hopes invested in this body of work. At the same time, she expressed newfound wisdom in managing the pressures that come with her career. "But I don't think I'll put myself in a position that I add this much pressure to myself again," she admitted, revealing a mature understanding of self-care and boundaries. At 32, Miley is balancing ambition with well-being, a balance that many artists struggle to find. Looking toward the future, Miley hinted at even more significant changes on the horizon. "A lot of things are going to change about that for me towards the end of this year and the beginning of next year," she shared, suggesting that 2026 could usher in a reinvention of her artistic identity or approach to fame. One song on the new album, titled Reborn, encapsulates this theme of transformation and renewal. Miley explained, "I feel like next year for me is going to be kind of this rebirth of how I do things and how I look at my career," underscoring a readiness to embrace fresh perspectives and possibilities. Beyond her music, Miley also spoke openly about her experience as a child star and the unique mental health challenges that come with growing up in the public eye. She emphasized the importance of regular therapy, echoing sentiments expressed by other former child stars like Ariana Grande. "There should be a weekly check-in," Miley insisted, highlighting how consistent mental health support is vital for young actors navigating fame and its pressures. Having undergone therapy since she was 17 or 18 years old, Miley credits this ongoing practice with helping her process the complicated emotions linked to her early stardom. "I've been doing very consistent therapy since I was 17 or 18 years old, so I think I've cleared up a lot of the feelings that I had about being a child star," she revealed. This openness about her mental health journey adds an important voice to conversations around the need for emotional support in the entertainment industry, especially for young talents. Miley's reflections come at a time when discussions about mental health and self-care are increasingly prominent among celebrities and their audiences. By sharing her own experiences, she contributes to destigmatizing therapy and encourages others to prioritize their well-being, especially in high-pressure environments. As Something Beautiful hits the shelves and streaming platforms, it stands as a bold statement of Miley's artistic and personal growth. The album is not just a collection of songs but a milestone that reflects her willingness to take risks, challenge expectations, and evolve. Fans who have followed Miley's journey from her Disney Channel days through her genre-bending experiments will likely see this album as both a continuation and a departure, a bridge between who she has been and who she is becoming. In a world where artists often feel compelled to chase relentless fame and commercial success, Miley's journey reminds us that success is multifaceted and deeply personal. It's about finding joy and authenticity in one's work and life. With Something Beautiful, Miley Cyrus invites listeners to witness her transformation, a rebirth marked by courage, honesty, and a renewed sense of purpose. As she embraces this next phase, Miley's story remains one of resilience and reinvention, proving that no matter how far you've come, there's always room to grow, heal, and create something truly beautiful.